you find yourself lost in Irvingland. Last time we learned two things. First, Professor Robinson and Major West still haven't learned that an open door doesn't always stay open, so pay attention to it.
John, the door!
And second, Dr. Smith really is afraid of shadows. It's Rip Taylor in his pre-confetti days.
Don't try it, whoever you are.
Oh, now, you wouldn't shoot old Tucker with that there thing, would ya?
What happened to him?
Well, danged if I know. He took one look at me, he yelled and right up and fainted.
I have a feeling Will isn't the least bit surprised. The newcomer introduces himself as Alonso P. Tucker, and that was his ship that just landed.
Ah, you didn't expect that, did ya?
And by the way, he can do that.
No, you don't, me bucko. Now, you come on down here. Come down here and let's see what we got a hold of here.
He's trying to decide what species he's found because it sure looks like a human boy.
What is it, Nick?
Appearances to the mind are of four kinds. Things are either what they appear to be, or they neither are or do not appear to be, or they are not.
Yeah, we were just talking about that the other day. My friend was saying, give me that again.
Appearances to the mind are of four kinds. Things are either what they appear to be, or they neither are or do not appear to be, or they are not.
Never mind.
And yet appear to be.
Shut up, you blasted tin parrot.
Everybody in the universe knows how to do that except us, even the mechanical birds. This is getting exasperating. There has to be at least one other species out there that is as ignorant as we are.
Come back here where you belong.
No violence?
Have your own way.
The bird was the one that took Will's gun away. He does all the cool stuff. Tucker just takes the credit.
Human, you got a name, boy.
I'm Will Robinson.
And this one here.
Dr. Zachary Smith.
How do you do?
I think that just told Tucker everything he needs to know about Dr. Zachary Smith.
Why, you no good yeller-bellied pretending all the time. Get on your feet, you lobberly swab.
Me? Are you referring to me?
Now there, I'm losing my patience with you, Zach.
Zach? Indeed.
It's good to know he'll get on his feet for the important things. Tucker wants to know where he is, but Will explains why they can't help him with that. He says, then let's go talk to the rest of your little band of castaways.
Is them there your folks? All right, you go down there and tell them I have this fella here. If they do as I want, nothing will happen. Tell them I wants food and blankets, and if there are any cigars and cheese, you got that.
I have news for you, Tucker. They'll say keep him. Smith knows it, too.
If I may make a suggestion, sir, I really should tell you I'm not very popular with these people. I mean to say that as a hostage, I should prove most inadequate.
Any ideas?
Of course.
I don't know why Will is surprised. It's not the first time Smith has sold him out, and it won't be the last.
Oh, now you are a rascal. Boy, you stay here. Dr. Smith will go down in your stead.
Smith goes down and explains things to Maureen, Judy, and Penny.
Now listen carefully. There's a very dangerous man on the hill with the boy. He's going to kill all of us unless you kill him first.
The Prime Directive forbids taking human life.
The directive is cancelled. Now get on with it.
Then I will follow your orders.
If you thought for 1 second that I was telling the truth, you have not been paying attention.
Boy, you take a look and see if that there Smith feller is on his way back yet. Oh, the fire is
No, that's a robot, and the word is mannequin. They don't move.
Look out!
Why, that there hunk of walking wash spoiler!
We'd better run, Mr. Tucker.
Run, is it?
The robot's power pack.
How did he know to do that? I know the bird did the actual work, so it's possible it could analyze the robot that quickly, but Tucker didn't even know what that thing was, much less that there was a power pack he could pull out.
Are you really a pirate, Mr. Tucker?
Aye, lad.
Why did you become a pirate?
What's wrong with being a pirate?
It's wrong, that's all.
Will is starting to work the magic that he doesn't even realize he has.
Well, now, that depends on what kind of a pirate.
Is there more than one kind?
Of course there are.
What kind of pirate are you?
Well, I'm an honest pirate.
Did you see it working? Will is so simple and innocent, he makes everyone around him instinctively want to be a better person. He's not intimidated by anybody or anything because his heart truly is pure. Anybody who comes within his aura, even Dr. Smith, is effective and finds themselves questioning every questionable thing they ever did. Granted, Dr. Smith has managed to build up a resistance to Will's magic so it never sticks to him, but there's one in every crowd. John and Don finally managed to fiddle with enough buttons to open the door, so they've made it back to the Jupiter 2 at last. Dr. Smith gives them the horrible details about that filthy, evil pirate.
There now. I ain't had a bean like that since I left Punxsutawney, PA.
Such a horrible man. He might make Will do the dishes.
Well, now, I guess we'd better turn it. I'm gonna have to tie you up, I'm afraid.
Tie me up?
Well, you're my prisoner, ain't you? How am I gonna get a good night's sleep with a prisoner running around loose?
Even if I promise I won't run away?
Will doesn't want to run away. Tucker has been regaling him with tales of treasure, of honest pirates who were like Robin Hood, and Will is ready to sign up. Tucker can see that, and he really doesn't want to tie the boy up, so he has Will take the pirate oath. I'm sure there is such a thing out there somewhere. And he tells Will, as soon as my ship is fixed, we'll go be pirates together. What 9-year-old boy could resist an offer like that?
Captain Tucker,
Aye, my boy.
it's all right for pirates to say their prayers, isn't it?
Well, now, I wouldn't have a shipmate that didn't say his prayers.
Time to watch the Will Robinson magic again.
Aye.
When do you suppose was the last time Tucker did that? In less than half a day, Will has turned him into an honest pirate who says his prayers.
Do pirates have to wash behind their ears and take lessons and mind their older sisters?
No. Of course they don't.
I can't help wondering who he's dreaming of throwing in the brig, Penny or Judy. Next morning, they're on their way to somewhere when Tucker's bird sounds the alarm.
It ain't seen us yet. Down behind that boulder.
What is it, Captain?
Little known fact, several years later they took that eyeball on a stick, jammed it into a deflated volleyball, and used it in the Wonder Woman episode Galt's Brain.
We gotta scuttle that there thing, matey.
First tell me what it is.
Why, it's the eyes and nose of our particular enemy that has tracked me clear across space.
This guy has enemies. What a shock.
What does it want?
My treasure, boy. There's pirates in this universe that ain't as honest as I am. Rogues and cutthroats is what they are. They'll cut your throat in a minute. That's what they are. And this one here, he's the worst.
So go walk right up to it. Yeah, that's what he tells Will to do. He says, slow and steady and it won't bother you. A mechanical emissary of the guy you just described. Uh-huh. Will was vaporized instantly. What the Robinsons did to Tucker the pirate became legendary all over the galaxy.
Oops, you broke it.
At the Jupiter, too, they're preparing to do a grid search for Will.
Yeah. This will be your search area.
Aye?
Yes, right there.
But surely you know that I plan to devote all my energies to the protection of the ladies. The robot will share in the search. He's quite accomplished, I assure you.
Oh, Dr. Smith.
Not another word, dear lady. Don't thank me. It's embarrassing.
You are a coward.
You know you've pushed things too far when Maureen gives up on you.
Madam, are you implying that I'm afraid to go on this search? Are you suggesting that I would refuse to lay down my life for the sake of that dear little lad so unfortunately missing from our midst?
No, she's not implying any such thing. She's saying it to your face.
Oh, my dear madam.
Don't you dare, madam, me.
In this matter, I have a heart of steel. A veritable heart of... there he is again. Oh.
He has a heart of steel, Wool. Tucker thinks it's funny.
What do you want?
Fix my ship so I can leave this blasted planet.
We don't know anything about your ship. You have an alien drive.
Well, you just come up with the parts, and I'll show you where they go.
John says, all right, how will I get in touch with you? He says, send Smith with a white flag.
Won't one of us do instead of him?
Oh, no, sirree. You fellers are liable to start feeling brave. But old Zach here, a man can count on him being a coward.
He chooses his couriers wisely. He and Will are in a secluded cave, and he's telling all kinds of tales. Will asks, what's it like to attack a treasure ship?
Ah, now, there's a sight for you. You go tearing in there with your blaster out blasting away and carry it on until the enemy gives up and they throw down their arms. And then you make 'em walk the plank out the spaceport. What ails you, boy?
I guess I'm not fit to be a pirate. I don't think I could ever kill anybody.
Here comes the magic again.
I tell you what, next time we go out on a pirate voyage, we won't kill no one.
We won't?
No. Why, we'll just lay alongside and we'll disable their drive. Then we'll board them and loot them of all their jewels and their rare object dogs and such. And then we'll leave them with just enough gear to make the necessary repairs.
The post-Will Robinson pirate is honest, says his prayers, and is careful not to hurt anyone. He'll also apologize for looting you, and if you tell him your loot isn't insured, he'll give it back.
That way nobody will get hurt.
That's great. I wish we could start tomorrow.
If they can fix his ship, maybe you can. And it sounds like things are progressing. Dr. Smith appears outside with the requisite white flag.
We have decided to accept your terms with certain conditions.
What conditions?
That you and the boy return to the Jupiter 2 and make your headquarters there while your ship is being repaired. Professor Robinson gives his word that he will carry out the terms of the agreement and you will not be molested.
Tucker says, if the professor gave you his word, would you accept it? Smith says, not a chance.
Well, now, that there is good enough for me. You go back there and tell him it's a bargain.
But I don't understand. I advised you to do the...
I figure a fella can't go wrong if he listens to your advice and does exactly the opposite.
Dare I say it, Tucker is an excellent judge of character. Then again, Dr. Smith is an open book. A book of meaningless, disconnected sentences and raw sewage, but an open book nonetheless.
Oh, Will.
Oh, I've been so worried about you. Hi, Dad. Don, Dr. Smith, I need you.
I know, Will.
Hey, Will, where you been? Sit here, Captain.
Aye.
Well, did you see that? Why, he couldn't care less about being home.
Oh, now, take it easy, Maureen.
Take it easy. Look, that's not our son. That's not Will. That's a complete stranger.
Aye, you be correct about that, my lady. That there be a pirate in training now, arr. The thing he's not telling Will about the pirate life is there's long, long stretches with nothing to do but clean the ship and do other chores. I'm sure he'll love that part. After supper, Don asks Tucker how long he's been in space. He's not sure what year it is now, but he left Earth, he says, the same year Custer got massacred at Little Bighorn. That would be 1876. It's 1998 now, so a little over 120 years.
You see, I was crossing the Buffalo, Rochester, and Pittsburgh railroad tracks in Punxsutawney, PA, when all of a sudden,
Captain Tucker, surely you're aware that the first spaceship did not leave Earth until late in the 1950s.
Blast you, are you calling me a liar, Zack?
Perhaps if Dr. Smith had let him finish his sentence, he would have found out that Tucker didn't leave Earth in an Earth ship. We figured that out 10 minutes ago, but Dr. Smith isn't quite as astute as the rest of us.
Tellurians. Fine bunch of people when you get to know them.
And I suppose they picked you up in a flying saucer?
Aye, they did. They scooped me up with a force ray. Cruised around, picking up folks all over. They wanted them for study, you see.
He's lived this long because they kept their specimens frozen, much like the Robinsons were supposed to be, and only pulled them out occasionally for study. How did he get free from them? We'll never learn. I guess that part of the story isn't important. Right now, it's time to fix his ship. Professor Robinson and Major West would like to know how his ship's drive operates, but bear in mind, he left Earth when telegraph was the fancy invention, and a couple of guys were only just figuring out the telephone and internal combustion engines. His knowledge of physics and electronics may be somewhat limited. Bye.
I just push buttons to make her go. Well, now, of course, I can make simple repairs, but that's about all.
Well, what happens after you push the buttons?
When I push the buttons,
I'm sure there's a reason we've shown him listening, and I'm sure it's not a good reason.
why, then she begins a shaking and a quivering, and I begin shaking and a quivering. Inside, I mean, like I ate too many green apples. And then all of a sudden she goes zoom and the stars go out. They come back on when I get where I'm going. The starship.
John says, with this ship, we could get back to Earth in seconds. There's not enough room for all of us, but we could shuttle. What do you say, Captain? Lend a hand to some fellow castaways? He says, let me think about it. Smith has his own ideas.
I could make you a very rich man back on Earth, sir.
He doesn't need you to get rich if he goes back to Earth. All he needs is that ship and the information in his head, and he's set for life. He needs you like he needs another nostril.
Well, now, we ain't back there on Earth.
But you have the means of getting us there. Good heavens. What's wrong with that creature? Captain Tucker, what's the matter?
Run, you blasted engine, run!
Captain Tucker, what's the matter?
You blasted idiot!
It's a giant fidget spinner, and it's coming for you. He tells John and Maureen about it. Will overhears and runs off to find the captain. John and Maureen will wander around for a while yelling for him, even though anybody who's been paying attention should know what he's doing. They don't know about the hidden cave, though.
What are you doing out here anyway?
I came to find you. I was worried about you.
Worried? About me?
I didn't hear him stutter, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
You mean to say you were afraid something might have happened to me? Something bad?
Congratulations, you passed today's vocabulary lesson.
Well, why would you worry about me?
Because I like you. Besides, I took the pirate's oath, didn't I?
Oh, that's right. I did forget that.
He's not used to having anybody care about him. It makes me wonder what kind of person he was back there in Punxsutawney, PA. I guarantee if he went back there today, he'd be a model citizen thanks to the Will Robinson magic.
What are we hiding from, Captain Tucker?
Well, I guess you'd call it a thing.
Slow down. That's way too much information for one sentence.
Oh, it's from Signon 4.
What kind of thing?
It's just too awful to describe.
Why don't you just blast it with your nucleonic planet buster?
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, of course. My nucleonic planet buster.
Why do I get the feeling he made that up? Kind of like the pirate's oath. What is that thing anyway? We may get to find out because suddenly his bird goes off again and the thing that looks like a thing is outside. It's Billy Batson's elder ball with a blanket over it. It shakes the ground for a while, then leaves.
Why didn't you just blast it with your nucleonic planet buster? It was close enough.
Shucks, that ain't no planet buster, nucleonic, or any other kind.
Well, what is it then?
Hanged if I know.
You mean you don't even know what it is?
I said so, didn't I? I picked it up on Signet 4 along with a great deal of trouble.
He picked it up because he liked the looks of it. He got it on Signet 4. That critter is from Signet 4 and has been chasing him ever since he left there. You don't suppose there could be a connection. He takes Will back to the ship, and while everyone is quizzing Tucker to find out what that thing wants, Will is fiddling with the whatever it is, trying to figure it out.
Dad, I got it! Well, everybody look!
He started thinking about Captain Tucker, and that happened. Nothing happens when he thinks about his parents or the others, but when Dr. Smith says, "Try thinking about me," it gets definite results. Be careful what you ask for, Doctor.
It's some kind of forecaster, and it shows the future of anyone the operator thinks about.
Oh, darling, that's witchcraft.
No, it isn't. It's science carried to fantastic extremes. The science of possibilities. Somehow this thing computes the results of plans in people's minds.
Don checks Smith's quarters and finds some missing parts from Tucker's ship. Smith starts his usual fast talking, but before they can resolve anything, they have a bigger problem.
Warning! Warning! Situation dangerous. Red alert! Red alert!
Captain Tucker! What's that?
That's the thing from Signet 4.
Maureen says, "I know why the forecaster didn't show anything for us. We're about to die. We don't have a future." She may be right. That thing just came through the force field as if it wasn't there.
I've got to go out there.
Are you out of your mind?
That thing wants only one person in here, me. Let it try to get me. I'll give it a run for its money.
You'll be committing suicide.
Then try to stop me.
The forecaster showed the future. Tucker is running for his life, and that thing is chasing him. He's sacrificing himself to save the others. His Will Robinson transformation is complete. Are we going to have to watch him die? And he won't even have his forecaster to show him how it's going to happen.
It's going away.
Yes. It got what it came after. It only wanted the forecaster.
Because it's not going to happen. It wanted the very important thing that Tucker stole, and it's not interested in punishing him for stealing it. It's going home. And now it's time for Tucker to head off in his newly repaired ship. He's saying goodbye to everybody.
So long, matey.
I don't want you to go, Captain.
Oh, well, now, that's awful nice of you. But, well, old Captain Tucker, he's got to be moving along before he wears out his welcome.
Well, then I want to go with you. And we'll be pirates like we talked about.
Tucker says, "I'm no pirate. I never was. And there's no treasure. I made it all up."
They just thought of me as town nuisance. That's all. I was just a plain old town nuisance.
Punxsutawney PA decided it was no big loss when he disappeared, I guess. Will is still trying to hang on to his belief.
Listen, do you want to know the truth? I was nothing more than a petty thief all my life. That's all I was. That's the truth. Now you just stop your blubbering and go about your business and don't you be bothering me.
Look at his face, Will. He's not buying it, and neither should you. Let him go and understand what he's trying to do for you. But don't take that stuff to heart. Will is a little young to know that, so he's a bit shattered.
Well, Well, I just thought I had to do that for the boy.
We understand. Thank you.
So long, everyone.
Goodbye, Captain.
Goodbye.
I'm pretty sure he heard that, so he'll be all right. At least he didn't end up with a peg leg or a hook. All the men, including Will and Dr. Smith, are out in the chariot. They found a new place to drill for deuteronium.
Well, I better get this sign up. It may be too late on the way back.
Good idea.
I won't be long.
Who's it supposed to be for? The women don't come out this far for anything, and the four of you all know what's going on there. Is it for the wild thing? Are you sure he can read English? Well, the sign is correct. There's ionized gas right there. There were also a lot of holes in Tucker's story. How did he get loose from the Tellurians? Where did he get that ship? How many alien languages does he speak? Where is he going now? Why the pirate persona? And what the heck is that bird? He called it either an Esther or an Esper. I couldn't catch which. That tells us zilch. How does he happen to have it? I would have liked to have at least some of those gaps filled in, and I can see lots of places where it would be easy to make the time to do so. As it is, Tucker is more like an allegory of a little boy's dreams versus the harsh reality that awaits him when he grows up. It may be that way for some kids, but it doesn't have to be. We all know there's a better way, and it's the one that I took. Don't grow up. Seriously, keep the dreams going. Keep imagining. Don't settle. You can keep that childlike wonder. You can dream of being a pirate or a scientist or an astronaut or a rock star or whatever it might be. The difference is, once you reach a certain age, you can start doing some things to try and make that dream happen. And if it doesn't happen, get a different one. I envisioned a dueling piano restaurant. Not a bar of the typical kind, but a family-friendly one. A place you could bring your kids and enjoy some good music, clean comedy, and have fun. Turns out I know jack squat about starting up a restaurant and couldn't find any backers who did. So that idea didn't materialize. If one or more of you want to give it a shot, go for it. I think it's an idea that could work. It just wasn't for me. I'm living my latest dream right now, right here with you. So if Will Robinson wants to be a space pirate bad enough, he'll hold on to that dream and one day work to make it a reality. And by the time he's done, every pirate in the galaxy will be saying his prayers every night. I'll see you the next time you find yourself lost in Irvingland.